Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Hakwadash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. This lesson, uh, Lord willing, this is quick and edifying and to the point. This is just, I'm just going into the etymology for the word flare. And, just on my morning drives and whatnot, I've passed by a refinery and, it has these flares at the top, these stacks or whatever, where the fire burns, which you see in this second picture. And I'm driving early in the morning when it's still dark, and you can see, when it's still dark, you can see this light from, miles away. You know, these are big flames, and learning about fire and how it burns and how visible it can be at night. When it's very dark, just one fire, a campfire, or this flare, which I can see it from about 20 miles away. But I'm just relating this to the truth, because this light is something that you can see from very far away, but you have to have eyes to see it, because this world is engrossed in darkness. And this world is spiritually darkened, because the people here, they can see, they can hear, but they can't hear what the words are in this book, and they can't see what the truth is. So they can't see the truth, they can't hear the truth, they can't receive the truth. But this just relating it to a flare. And a good picture is this one right here. I might make this the cover image. But continuing down, I'm just going to go to the first, the etymology. This is for a noun, for flare, a sudden bright light, a source of brightly burning light or intense heat. And this source of light that we're receiving is coming from Yahushai, because we're seeing Yahushai. Us seeing, hearing this truth, believing in it. Hey, we're seeing Yahushai. We're seeing that light, because in John 1, Lord willing, I get it. Yahushai is the light. Yahushai is the source. We're drawn to Yahushai. So we're drawn to this light source. So let me get to this subsection. For one, a type of pyrotechnic that produces a brilliant light without an explosion, used to attract attention in an emergency and to illuminate an area or as a decoy. So just the second one first, because this truth illuminates everything around, illuminates this world for us, because without this truth, we would be walking in darkness. We would be stumbling over every step. But this truth gives us the knowledge and wisdom and how to carry ourselves. But now the next point, which I'm primarily going to be focusing on for this lesson, is used to attract attention in an emergency. Now this truth, what you see, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the different camps, is what you see. Hey, this is used to draw attention. You see the men, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, out on the highways and byways, preaching the word, blowing the trumpet. This is used to draw attention, to the truth, to draw attention to the light, because the nation of Israel, is in the midst of an emergency, because the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is coming. The day is upon us. And Salaki, I'll get into the scriptures shortly. So this is used to draw attention. So this is Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. So this is the blowing the trumpets. This is you have different reasons why trumpets will be blown. Different things will be happening in the city. You have a sound for gatherings, for festivals, for feasts, for mourning. to gather the troops together, to for different things. Now this sound of the trumpet, which the scriptures also say to lift up your voice like a trumpet. This is what we're doing. We're not literally going out there blowing trumpets, but we're lifting up our voices, so people can hear us like as if it was a trumpet, because the warning is going out. The days coming are evil. The days coming, a great destruction is coming to this land. Great judgment is coming. 2/3 of Israel are getting ready to be cut off. Jacob's trouble is here. It hasn't fully ramped up yet, but we're in perilous times. So again, Joel chapter 2 and verse 1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. So this day of the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is near. This is close. So this is an emergency broadcast. Get yourselves together. Get it together. Hurry up. Do what you got to do to get right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because you don't want to be caught up in this judgment. Verse 2, Joel chapter 2 and verse 2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. And these are the ICBMs, the thermonuclear missiles. This is the judgment that's coming on Babylon the Great, aka America. This intense heat that's coming. These missiles that are coming. This is the judgment coming to Babylon the Great. This is what's coming. Get right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai before this day comes. Verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. So, describing the thermonuclear bombs, that destruction coming. Before it, it's as the Garden of Eden. It's nice, green. Even though this place is polluted, this is what's coming to this place. That's like it. But this is the kind of destruction that's coming to this place. If you can use your imagination and what this is, look at a video of an atomic bomb blast. Look at the movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day, how they show that nuclear blast. These things are coming. These things aren't just made for movies and special effects and to sit in the museum and to threaten other nations with. These things are going to be used here in Babylon the Great. So again, Joel chapter 2 and verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. So nothing here in Babylon the Great, nothing is escaping. You're not getting out of this destruction. But that's all I'm gonna read from that. I'm gonna go to Isaiah chapter 60, and I'll start at verse 1. Verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is risen upon thee. And this is Yahushai, who he came to redeem his people, the Israelites. Starting here in Babylon the Great, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is who he came to save. These are his people. Verse 2, and this is the point. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. Meaning these people are walking blind. If you haven't woken up to this truth, if you don't believe in the names of Yahweh or Yahushai, and you're walking in darkness. If you don't believe in the Heavenly Father, all these people are walking in the dark. They don't know that their destruction is coming. They don't know that they're doing anything wrong. You know, they're just living day by day. They don't even know they're blind. They don't even know that anything's wrong with them. But this is what they're used to. They think this is just how the world is. You know, walking around with transformers, whores everywhere, you know, murderers everywhere, and these people are in gross darkness. So again, Isaiah 60 and verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. So let's get this word for gross darkness. H6205, I Rapal, or I Rapal, gloom, cloud, heavy, dark cloud, darkness, gross darkness, thick darkness. So these people, like they're heavily blinded. Isaiah 60 and verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And this is for the elect, who Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai chooses, who he chooses to wake up, because hey, it's a very small number. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. That's second Esdras. Second Esdras chapter 9 and verse 15, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved, like as a wave is greater than a drop. So do that comparison. A wave to a drop of water compared to a wave. That's a huge difference. So compared to the people that are going to be saved, and only the Israelites are going to be saved out of this in Babylon the Great, the elect of Israel at that. So not even all the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and whatever other nations we look like that are here in Babylon the Great. Whatever other nations that we've been scattered into, we're not all going to be saved. Not everybody is going to make it out of this. I don't know if I am. I don't know who is. I don't know, but the chances are that the people that are going to be saved are going to be following Yahushai, who is that light, who is the emergency beacon going off, which is why, you know, the title for the flare came up, because Yahushai is that emergency beacon. Not only is there an emergency getting ready to happen, we're in the midst of an emergency, but that safe shelter of where to go, that illuminated place, is in Yahushai. This is in Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 2. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. So this is the land of darkness. This is the land of the shadow of death. This is Babylon the Great, the land of great confusion. We've seen Yahushai through him revealing himself through these scriptures, through him being revealed unto us by men preaching the word, by other men that were set up before us to go and preach, to go and be a watchman, to go and give the warning of the day that's coming. So when you wake up to this knowledge, and you have to go, if you're a man, but if you're a man, not women, but men have to go out and preach and give the warning if you're called to do this. So we'll go here first to John chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with power, and the Word was a power. So the Word is speaking of Yahushai. You know, Yahushai is also known as the Word of Yahweh. The same was in the beginning with the Most High. So Yahushai was the first spirit created. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. So through Yahweh created Yahushai. Yahushai pretty much did the rest. In him was life, and the life was given. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. So this is speaking of Yahushai. Yahushai is that light. We're attracted to him. We're attracted to life. So, like Yahushai also said, my sheep heareth my voice. So you're hearing Yahushai through this word, and he's calling onto you. He's leading you to safety. This is John chapter 6 and 44. No man can come to me except the Father which have sent me draw him. So nobody can come to Yahushai. You just can't approach Yahushai. You have to be drawn to him. You have to be led to him. However it happens. Whether you hear it, through a video online, or somebody, talking to you, or on the streets. However, you're going to be drawn to Yahushai somehow, some way. So again, John 6 and 44, no man can come to me except the Father which have sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. So those that died in Yahushai, those that are dead, and they're going to be raised up in the last day. Let me see here. I can't remember this. Let me see here. So I might. I don't remember exactly. Hold on. Oh, no. Hold on. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16. Just trying to highlight that. There we go. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven, and that's speaking of Yahushai. For Yahushai, let me say it like this. For the Lord Yahushai himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. So Yahushai he's going to come with a shout. The trumpet's going to be blown in that day. Everybody's going to know what's happening in that day. Everybody's going to see the chariots. The elect are going to be glad. And the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. So you're going to see a bunch of people rising up from the dead. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, in the chariots. The elect, all the elect, whether they be living or dead, are going to be caught up in the chariots to meet the Lord Yahushai in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. So this is that day that's coming. And we're being gathered together right now. The emergency, broadcast is going out. So, we're going to be caught up with Yahushua. We're going to be caught up in the clouds. Man, what is this thing doing? Salakia. And I'll close out with Matthew 24. So I'll start here. This is because we have things to watch for. The light. We have the light. We're able to see in the darkness. You can see the prophecies, the things that are going on. The next, the MOTB has to come out, has to be implemented, has to be mandated, has to be, it has to be, pretty much forced on the people, and not like forced, but where somebody's going to hold you down to take it, but forced whereas you're not going to be able to survive in this society without taking the MOTB. The Jacob's trouble has to happen. Has to fully go out. We're in the beginning stages of it. Famines are growing. Lots of things are happening. There's lots of prophecies, lots of things to watch out for. But major ones is Jacob's trouble, World War III, and the MOTB. So again, this is Matthew 24 and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? So the disciples are asking him, what are the signs of your coming? Like as if a flare. Like how do we know? The flare, the signal going out. This is how the signal is going out. This is how you tell. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, or anointed. That they have Yahushua, that their leaders follow them, and shall deceive many. And there's many deceivers out there. There's many antichrists, Mashiachim. Many people that are against Yahushua's doctrine. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So, another one just popped off yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, with in Lebanon, with the people in Lebanon, their pagers blowing up, and now today in Beirut, you have people's what is it, like solar panels, walkie-talkies, different things blowing up. These different electronics blowing up, and you already know who's behind that. It's the Paquito sombreros. Anything that happens in the Middle East, you automatically can just look to them. But you have wars going on, rumors of war, World War III popping off any moment. It has to happen. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So these things have to happen. This is just a sign, a road mark, where we are. Getting closer and closer to that light. Getting closer and closer to that beautiful day where Israel is going to reign forever. Getting closer and closer to this destruction of Babylon the Great. Because the same day Babylon the Great falls, collapses, is destroyed, is that same day where where Israel will rise, where Israel will be ruling in the earth. It's that same day. It's going to be a beautiful day. I want to say Kwam Yasser but that's the day. Kwam Yasser. For nations shall, verse 7, Matthew 24 and verse 7, Slakim, getting a little excited. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So different things you see going on. A nation against nation. War, rumors of wars, different nations rising up against each other. Here we're going to have civil war. At the same time, we're being invaded. Well, I say we, but Babylon the Great is being invaded. Famines taking place, which you don't really see all that too much in the news, but they're happening. And you'll get a little peep of it here and there. Farmers around the world not making their being able to make their harvest. In what was it? Is it Zimbabwe or Kenya? I just did a lesson on it, I forgot. But they're having to dig in riverbeds to find water. They're having to dig different places because they're having droughts, they're having famines. They're culling, all their livestock. We're seeing these things. Earthquakes in diverse places. Earthquakes in Texas. I think they just had a 5 the other day, and that's supposedly like the highest on record so far. Verse 8, all these are the beginnings of sorrows. So these are just the beginnings. This is just the beginning of the sorrows that are coming upon the world. Because things are going to get much worse than this. Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is bringing his judgment. But you want to get to Yahushua. You want to get to safety. You want to get to that beacon, that flare. Because this is an emergency. In an emergency, what's the first thing you want to do? You want to get to safety. But how can you get to safety if you don't even think there's an emergency? You don't even know there's an emergency. You're sleeping through the fire alarm. You're hitting the snooze button. This is I'm going to read this. This is Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So this great tribulation is Jacob's trouble. This is what's coming. And nothing like it has ever been recorded in history, and nothing like it is ever going to be recorded after this happens. That should tell you something. If nothing like this has happened in history, which you have all the history to look at right now, the terrible things that happen, all the terrible things that happen from right now onto recorded history. You have a lot to look at. This is a time that, like never before. Verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be. Let me read that again. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And you see in these times now, the scientists a few years back came out and said, time is speeding up. The days are getting shorter. And now you're reading it in prophecy. And this is for the elect's sake. Because if this were to continue on, no flesh would be left to be saved. Because the wicked that's ruling right now, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, this man doesn't care about life. He doesn't care about your life, his kid's life, his own life. He doesn't care about anything. This man is wickedness, like the physical, what we say, the physical counterpart of Satan. This man is evil incarnate. And I'm going to jump down. This is let me see here. Let's start at verse 29. Matthew 24:29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. So immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. Meaning there's not going to be any wisdom. The people aren't going to know what to do in these days. And also the ICBMs, because that thermonuclear destruction, it's going to black out the sky. The smoke from those missiles is going to black out the sky. The smoke from that destruction is going to black out the sky for a time. The stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And the powers, meaning these government, these elites, they're going to be shaken in these times. They're going to fall. Verse 30, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And it's Revelation 1:7. That sign is going to appear. He's going to crack the clouds. There's going to be a loud trumpet, like I just read in Thessalonians. Verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the earth. Slakia. I don't know why but anyway, let me read that again. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So the elect are going to be gathered. And how they started to be gathered by this word. This word is the emergency beacon, that flare that's going out. So, hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachach Kodash, and Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.